Most certainly thirsty now. It might be time for a drink. You know, we have Adrian hanging out, and he's going to talk us through like how to whip up some can of cocktails on our own.
All by ourselves.
Yeah, grown-ups. Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on demand, I built out recently a cannabis cocktail kit that would allow anyone at home to sort of mix their own cannabis cocktail, sort of in the fashion of everyone doing cocktail kits these days. The drink that you have today is called the Stony Negroni. It's fashioned after classic cocktail Negroni, very, very popular drink. So this is a non-alcoholic version. It's made with a non-alcoholic sort of gin spirit, Fleur. It's like a gin substitute. Then you also have Perjus, which is like a non-alcoholic wine, or sorry, a grape-based like liquid used usually for vinegar starters. And then you have a new product made by one of my friends called Novara, which is like a Campari substitute. He just released it, and it's sort of like the hero ingredient of the drink, because without it, it's not really possible. And then, just to make it nice and cannabis or canna cocktail, I added mandarin cookies terpenes, sort of to bring in a fun flavor profile. And it's been dosed with the dissolving powders available at the OCS, just to keep it, legal, and also accurately dosed and quick onset, all that stuff. So it's just easy and fun.
It's the thing about the drinks. Yeah, that's such an exciting thing that's kind of surprised me once I've started actually trying some of the beverages.
Yeah, I've not had a lot of experience with these at all, so I'm really.
I have a fairly high tolerance, and I feel the drinks, even like the RTDs. If I have one and I haven't indulged too much that day, I'll definitely feel it. So even experienced consumers should feel it.
Oh, fantastic.
Cool. Well, let's mix them up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So you said half and half?
Yeah. So
I can't even open this. So what are we gonna do here?
It's a good question.
Does anyone? Yeah, I got it. You got that? Oh, you're boss. Here. Pretend just pop it, and then we'll just keep going.
Why, thank you, kind stranger in the park.
Everyone's so nice here. What a great park you picked.
Everybody's nice when you got canna cocktails.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. I'll help you.
Yeah. So you just pour half, and then half, and then you top it up. And then, even though it's called a Negroni, it's closer to like an Aperol Spritz experience. But it's gonna hit all the bitter, sweet, flavor profiles of a Negroni. And then in your little package there, you're gonna have dehydrated clementine.
Fantastic.
Just to toss in there for some flavor, some color, some fun. And there you go. You just made your first Stony Negroni.
Fantastic.
Pretty easy.
Awesome. Cool. Cheers, brother.
Cheers. Thanks, Adrian.
You're welcome.
Oh, dude,
that's more delicious than it should be. Oh, that's really neat. There's a lot going on in the flavor on this, and it's nice and herbal. It's not sweet. It's not too bitter. It's nicely balanced in those terms. It tastes like it's a gin drink.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, no, this is really neat.
Terpenes definitely add to that, because without it, it's a little flat. So even though you may not taste like cannabis, a lot of the flavor does come from the terpenes.
I see what you mean about the herbal notes. I don't know if this is so new. This is so on the fringe of what's going on. I think a lot of people that when they think about drinks, like cannabis drinks, they don't realize how far we can go now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. There's the sky's the limit.
Oh, perfect. I'd love to have this on tap.
Yeah, I heard that there was somebody opening or trying to open up a matcha bar that they're planning on transitioning into a cannabis. So people are working towards it.
You still need the creativity. You still need someone to be able to come up with this idea, though. That's why it's so.
That's what we do, right? But which for me, somebody who's been mixing drinks for over 20 years. Who's explored every flavor, at least that I feel is available, to find the world of terpenes, where there's new aromatics, new flavors, sort of new, nuances to add to drinks. And also it allows me to make the drinks strain specific, right? because that's what makes the strain specific of the terpenes.
Yeah, it's so true. Like the merging of the worlds that way, like it's how it starts to creep its way into it, especially with the way the powders are dissolving. Like I find it's actually kind of incredible. Like I would never know there was something in here that dissolved into the drink.
Yeah, I mean,
you can tell that.
It makes it so that anyone can do it, which is the way it should be. When I first started doing these, you know, you have to emulsify a distillate into a syrup, make sure it didn't separate, you know, using emulsifiers, whatnot, right? So it was kind of like a lengthy process, plus it didn't kick in as fast, right? So now that they've got
that's adding
technology,
an oil to your drink too as well, and a different texture too, wouldn't it?
well, I wasn't using oils. I was taking a distillate, emulsifying it into a syrup or some sort of carrier, right? So it didn't really, but yes, you're right. Like I needed something to bind it. So tended to be sugar because that was the easiest one. So, you know, trying to stay away from sugar these days, this makes it a lot easier to do.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
I should look into it.
Dope even.
Next up on the self-guided Canna tour of the Ossington Strip in Toronto, Theran Ross takes us to his favorite Vietnamese joint and explores its famous pho.
Bean sprout. And I really like how this is just a whole aromatic thing on its own, just a little aromatic experience. Got some tripe in here. Oh, cool. Right on. We've got some of the brisket. Oh, yeah. I like brisket. And it's just so tender and melting in your mouth. The fat is just really gonna render down to almost nothing. It's perfectly crispy. Perfectly crispy pork spring roll. A little hot, should have waited, but absolutely delicious.
What makes a great pho? You have to choose the ingredients. Very important. Because you know, I tell to many the people, you order ingredients because it depends the weather, it depends the country, it depends the provinces. You know that different kind, but someone they think the people they don't know. Just how to cook pho like that. Very simple, but not as simple. You cook, editing the first thing from your heart and yourself. You cook in from your heart yourself first, and into the food metabolism. You have to try writing. You don't go, by the cheap one.
Yeah.
The taste different. You know that. But someone they say, oh, my teacher number 1, number 2, number 3. That's okay. Okay, every number 1. Okay, I tell them I am number 10. That's okay. Yeah. But other people they come here, they say, oh, I want to learn that, but I wrote with my teacher.
Then you don't give the whole secret away.
Whole secret, yeah.
So there's the secret part of the pho, but that's the head and the heart.
Yeah.
But the heart's and the soul. Oh, this brisket's blowing my mind. That's a party I'm always hoping I'm invited to.